I would like to preface this by saying I have nothing against the anime debates or anime debaters. Everything I'm about to say in this video is not meant to attack anyone or say anything negative about the community in general. All I'm just going to be doing is giving my thoughts on the anime debates in general and why I decided not to do them anymore. So let's get started. I had my first debate a couple of months ago and I wasn't really planning on debating the guy at the time. A YouTuber named Seth the Programmer released a video ranking the Otsutsuki and placed Momoshiki above Kaguya. So I disagreed with the ranking and I left a comment saying so, and the guy responded and we ended up going back and forth in the comments. So eventually we decided to move it to Discord, and that is when I got introduced to Discord. At the time I didn't know what Discord was and I was just learning about it. So the guy and I debated and it was actually a low diff win for me. I won the debate and managed to scare Kaguya above Momoshiki. After that, I left Discord entirely and never used it again because literally nobody uses Discord this side. It's just a couple of people, like, not many people really. Not many people use Discord in my country. So fast forward a couple of months later and I had my second Naruto debate. So I started using Discord because I wanted to start my own community for my film therapy channel. And I joined a number of servers and I found myself on a server called Cloud Ninja Podcast or something. And Franklin was a guy on the server, and he and I debated Naruto versus Hashirama, and I was debating for Hashirama. At first I was getting pressed, and it was the first time I debated someone who had a data book statement that seemingly ended the debate before it began. But then I quickly improvised and I used the feast to debunk the statement, and looking back I had a terrible argument, but lucky for me the guy was not able to counter it and he considered the debate. By the way, Night Flame was the judge in that debate. This was an easy win for me generally. Because of this, I had this weird adrenaline rush, I guess you can call it that. I really enjoyed the debate, mostly because I won the debate without even trying. And this gave me a serious confidence boost, and combined with my reputation on Facebook, I was feeling kind of unstoppable. I won another Discord debate and I felt like I could do anything, and therefore I began my journey to become the best debater I can be on Discord, because to me all these Discord debaters were just ass. But little did I know I was about to humiliate myself. So one of my favorite YouTubers is a guy named Six, and I knew him through Suekage and Seth the Programmer. He was featured on the videos and I ended up checking out his channel and stuff like that. He's among my top 3 anime YouTubers, by the way. So I managed to join his Discord server, and it was there when I started my journey to conquer Discord, basically. And I was so confident that I felt like I could take on anyone in a debate, and finally I got a challenge. Entered the ring a guy named Marcus. I was finally about to debate one of the best debaters on the server, and I was about to whoop his ass. He had no idea what he was getting himself into. And seriously, like, what is this mere mortal going to do against a fucking god? This man gonna get his ass whooped, my guy. And I was about to show him the difference between a man and a god, except it didn't go as planned. This nigga Marcus whooped my ass, bruh. Like, seriously, this nigga whooped my ass so hard he forced me to concede. Like, I was trash in the debate. And then he handed me over to a guy named Chrome, and he also whooped my ass. And then Chrome, after whooping my ass, handed my ass back to Marcus, and then he whooped it again. But oh no, that wasn't the end of it. A nigga named Night Flame, the one that I told you about, he also swooped right in and started dicking on me, bruh. Like, everybody says Night Flame is ass, so it was confusing to me how I could lose to someone who everybody thinks is ass. I was kinda pissed. So you might think this was it, but no, it wasn't. There was more. This nigga Pre also shows up and is like, oh my god, that was one of the worst nights of my life, bruh. He stepped right in and he started whooping my ass too. Like, Pre whooped my ass a lot harder than everybody did, and I can tell you this, like, Pre was built different, my guy. I ain't gonna lie about that. Like, this nigga Pre is a real god, my guy. Like, respect to that guy. So this was the time when I realized the truth. Like, I was nobody, bruh. Like, I sucked. I sucked big time. Like, I took 5 L's in one night. Like, who the fuck out here taking 5 dicks in one night, my guy? Like, I was trash. I was nobody. My delusion was completely erased and I stepped into the real world. So that's how it began, and next we're going to talk about where it all started. So this is the part where I tell you like where it all began. And the thing is, I started debating on Facebook because Facebook is the most popular social network in my country and everybody uses it. So I joined this Naruto community. It's a Facebook group, and there are a lot of debaters on there, and I was told that there is this group of people who are like the best debaters in the group. And I ain't gonna lie to you, bro, like I started debating them and I just shit on most of them. I became kind of like a top dog, so that gave me this idea that I'm like the best debater out there or some shit like that. I was fucking delusional, don't blame me for that. I was kind of ignorant. I mean, it's fucking Facebook, bro, like okay, so I thought I was like the best out there and I had too much confidence, and that's what kind of ruined me, to be honest, because when I joined Discord, I got my ass whooped by a lot of people in one night. Like I took 3 L's in one night, bro. That shit was humiliating, bro. I ain't gonna forget that like ever. So that's where it all started. It all started on Facebook. I was started as one of the best debaters on there, and every time I posted something, some people would take it as a fact actually, but then I would tell people like, yo, don't take everything I say as a fact. I could be wrong in some things, so make sure you fact check me. So people took me as some kind of a god or something. Like they respected me because they thought I was like a really good debater and stuff. So this made me feel like I'm one of the best debaters out there. So it's not just L's, because there were times when I took a couple of W's from people. So debating more and more and more and taking more and more L's, I started learning how to become better at debating, and I did become better because I started taking a lot of W's. I remember beating this nigga called Mobs. I beat him twice and he beat me once. I remember beating CJ once and he beat me once too. And then, yeah, I remember beating a couple of guys. There was this guy called Sane. He challenged me to a debate on Edo Nagato versus EMS Sasuke. He took EMS Sasuke and I took Edo Nagato, and I packed him up in like 30 seconds. It was pathetic. So yeah, I started getting better and better at debating this shit, and I did learn a lot of things about debating anime, and to some extent I'm glad I took all those L's because they taught me a lesson. They taught me not to be as arrogant as I was, because I was always overhyping myself. I was too confident. I thought I could take on everybody. Heck, I even thought I could take on 6. Like, yeah, that's how fucking retarded I was. I thought I could take on someone like 6 in a debate. I was fucking retarded. But yeah, I did learn my lesson. I learned how to become a better anime debater, I guess, and it made me realize that I was actually not good, especially on Facebook. Like most of the arguments that I made on Facebook were not really good. It's just that the people on Facebook are trash. So when they look at the terrible arguments that I made, they thought the arguments were really good and intelligent and stuff like that. So if you are trash, but the people around you are more trash, it's gonna make you look like you're better than everybody. Like you're the best debater out there to them because they are trash and you are just the slightly better trash. But at the end of the day, you're all trash. So I was kind of trash, and I realized that, and I started learning how to debate and become a better debater. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where I tell you why I won't be debating anymore, and the reason to that is pretty simple. Anime debates are trash. Okay, hear me out. Like, if you want to do anime debates, fine, go ahead and do it. Ain't nobody out here gonna stop you from doing that. But hear me out, alright? Like, anime debates are just not for me. Let me give you a little bit of backstory. So, I don't consider myself a trash debater. I know that I'm not. Why? Because I win a lot of debates all the time. And just last night, prior to recording this video, I was invited to a TikTok live, and I whooped this other nigga's ass on a debate. So yeah, I'm not trash, to be honest. I mean, I just wasn't good in debating fiction. So I can safely say, when it comes to anime debates, I'm not really that good. I have a lot to learn. There's a bit of a difference in debating anime and real life topics. I guess that's why I sucked 5 dicks in one night. I do know shit about debating anime, and I will give an example. So when debating anime, I was taught that we debate for what's probable. I don't know how true this is, but I was told that we have our own interpretations of what happens in the story. Therefore, we debate for what's the more probable interpretation. So you give your interpretation, I give my interpretation, and then we argue for which one of our interpretations is more probable. So the thing is, probability doesn't matter when it comes to real life, because probability doesn't lead us to the truth, and in real life we try to get as close to the truth as possible. So if you argue for what is probable, we call it argument from probability. It's useless in a debate because it doesn't get us anywhere. It's a logical fallacy. An example I can give is, say we debate the existence of God. If you say it's probable that God created the universe, I want to ask you, how did you determine that probability? What variables did you use to determine that probability? But even if you answer those questions, I'm going to ask you, so what? Something being probable doesn't make it true. An example, looking at the current state of the universe, it is very improbable that life can exist in this universe. But the thing is, it does. So something being improbable can actually happen. Even if the chances of something happening is 1 in a million, it can still happen. And in this case, it happened. There is life in the universe. I could go deeper into this topic, explaining why probability is useless in the real life topic debates, but I'm not gonna do that because I don't want to bore you with all that detail. So basically, real life debates are different from anime debates, but that's not the reason why I chose not to do it anymore. The main reason is a bit more than that, and I'm about to get into it. Now to the main reason why I decided not to do anime debates anymore. I have won a couple of debates on Discord, even on Facebook, but every time after I win a debate, I always ask myself one question: now what? Like, what did I gain from this? You see, I always asked myself why I am debating anime in the first place. At first, I was always happy to debate, and as time went on, I just started losing interest, and there's only one reason to that. You see, when I debate, I don't just debate to win. Yeah, sure, it can be fun, but at the end of the day, it doesn't benefit me in any way. I'm a pretty busy guy, so every time I debate, I just feel like I wasted a lot of time talking about a fictional character when I could have done something to make more money or something, something that can actually benefit me in real life. So even making this video, I feel like I'm wasting time. But the difference between making a video and debating is that with a video like this, I'm doing something that I'm actually passionate about. I love making videos. That is literally what I do for a living. That is literally what my company is all about. I do video editing, which is my main thing, and I love it. Because every time I edit a video, I learn something that I can actually use to make my clients' videos better and get more loyal clients, which means more profit. So it helps my business. And as for anime debates, like, what do they do for me? The answer to that is nothing. Like, sure, I have fun debating anime, but the thing is it's not really worth it for me. The little fun that I get when debating just fizzles out immediately when the debate ends. But when it comes to making videos, I always watch my videos and learn from the mistakes that I made before, and I use that to do better next time. You can say that same thing about anime debates, but for me it's different because anime debates don't make me any money. For example, they don't benefit me in any way. They don't really give me anything of value, so to me it's just pointless fun. Keep in mind, I'm gonna stop debating anime, but I will keep debating real life topics. You see, the difference between an anime debate and a real life topic debate is that a real life topic can actually change me as a person. You see, when I debate a topic of abortion, for example, I learned something useful to me long term. I used to be transphobic until I debated a trans woman. So you see, with real life topics, I can actually learn something that doesn't just affect me, but affects the people around me. With real life topics, I can change people's minds and help them see the world in a different and better way. I have had debates with Christians, for example. I am an atheist, so most of those Christians ended up becoming atheists and their lives have never been better. I have debated Muslims who believed that gay people should be killed, and I mean that literally. I changed their minds in our debates and they thanked me for it. So I have changed my mind and changed people's minds on abortion. Another good example. I am pro-abortion, just so you know. So you see, when I debate these topics, it actually affects me in real life, but not just me, but the people around me. With a real life topic, I can alter the course of someone's life from a horrible, from a horrible life to an incredible life. I had a friend who committed suicide because her family couldn't accept her for who she was as a bisexual atheist. And after she died, I discussed it with her family and they finally understood. You see, sometimes all it takes is a discussion or a debate to help someone see the truth. Real life topic debates can literally save lives. Can you say the same thing about anime debates? I doubt you can. That's why I won't be debating anime anymore. It's not because anime debates are awful. It's just that I prefer to debate to learn and teach. I don't want to debate to win. And not only that, but I want to debate to change lives, not to feel an adrenaline or dopamine rush that will lead nowhere. I want to do something meaningful to me and other people. So with that, I will not be debating anime anymore. And if anybody wants to debate me, it's going to have to be a real life topic. I just won't do anime debates anymore. Will I have anime discussions every now and then? Yeah, sure. I might even do random debates every now and then, but I won't be actively trying to debate anime. I just don't have the interest anymore. I want to debate something that is more meaningful, something that can actually be productive, something that can actually affect my real life and the lives of people around me. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why I won't be debating anime anymore. So thank you for watching this. Just so you know, I have decided to turn this into an anime channel, so expect more videos from me. I guess I will see you next time. Dawn out. Bye.